my thoughts on Standard Chartered bonus saver account and save up level up promo. You see, I used to talk about this offer back in the earlier part of this year and it was giving up to 8.18%. But since then, many things have changed, especially on the bonus interest of the bonus saver account. And let's see how this new save up level up promotion is gonna end. Also, I want to acknowledge that I did not know of this offer until my community Telegram group member told me in the chat group. So if you want to know of the latest deals, come and join us at over 15,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. I think firstly, let's give a quick review of the Standard Chartered bonus saver account. What is the new update? So this account gives up to 7.68% per annum bonus interest and you can enjoy cashback of up to $668. But as you all know already, the keyword is up to. So let's scroll down to the exact terms and conditions on how to get all this. Firstly, you will get up to 3.68% per annum when you credit your salary, spend on the bonus saver card and pay your bills. And you can get up to 4% per annum when you invest and insure with Standard Chartered. So let's give an example of an average daily balance of 100,000 Singapore dollars. You will be able to get a max of 7.68% per annum if you hit all the categories at the highest tier. But it's definitely not easy to hit the max tier. So let's go through some more realistic conditions that what interest rate you will get. So for realistic purposes, I'm going to exclude invest and insure and I'm just going to fulfill the salary credit, the spend and the pay bill categories. Starting with salary credit, firstly you have to credit a net salary of 3,000 Singapore dollars by Giro salary via your employer's corporate bank account. And note that I say net salary, so that is after CPF deductions, which also means your gross salary before CPF deductions should be $3,000 divided by 80% and you will get $3,750 gross salary. Next, let's move on to bill payments. So you have to make 3 eligible bill payments of at least 50 Singapore dollars in a calendar month from your bonus saver account via Giro or via the SC online banking platform. Or for simplicity's sake, you can just pay 3 different credit card bills via the SC online portal. That will help as well. Lastly, on the card spend, there are actually 2 spending tiers. One is the 500 Singapore dollars and the other is the $2,000 spending tier. So that $500 spending tier will get 0.65% bonus interest and the $2,000 spending tier will get 1.45% bonus interest. Now, if you want to compare between the $5,000 spending tier versus the $2,000 spending tier, which one is more worth it? I would say at least get the $500 spending tier because 0.65% is a very good boost to your bonus interest. But what about the $2,000 spend? Because there is an additional $1,500 of spend for an additional 0.8% per annum bonus interest. And you have to note that spending on your bonus saver card will not earn you any credit card rewards, not like any cashback, reward points or miles. But for today's video, I'll just use a base case of $500 spending tier for easier calculation. So if you look from the Standard Chartered calculator, right, fulfill the salary credit $3,000, pay 3 bills of $50 each, and also spend a $500 on the bonus saver card, I'll get an effective interest of 2.88% on an average daily balance of $100,000. Which is really not fantastic, right? But what if you couple this bonus saver interest along with the sign up promotion and the save up level up promo? Do you know you can get up to $698 of cashback, or I put it in percentage terms, that's around 6.53% per annum. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you how after this sponsor message. In recent years, fractional trading has transformed the investment landscape, making it more accessible and flexible for retail investors. Gaining popularity, fractional trading enables investors to have exposure to companies without buying an entire share. For example, if you only want to invest $500 every month, it might not be enough to purchase multiple shares of the magnificent 7 companies like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia and Meta. However, with the new US fractional shares feature on Poem's Mobile Tree app, you can now build your US portfolio with just a fraction of a share. To enable this feature, go to your Poem's Mobile Tree app, click on Markets, then Stocks, then US. Click on Fractional Shares icon and opt in. Review the risk disclosure and you're now good to go. With Poem's account, you can trade US fractional shares from as low as 88 US cents commission per fractional order with 0 platform fees and no hidden charges. For new to Poem's customer, you stand to receive up to 1 Bank of America share and 1 Google share when you fulfill the specific funding and buy trade requirements during this limited time offer. At the highest tier of rewards, the total value exceeds 200 Singapore dollars. This offer has been extended till 31st July 2024. Remember to enable Smart Park during sign-up process to be eligible for the rewards. Furthermore, from now till 30th August 2024, opt into CFD account and you can get 1 Palantir CFD worth 28 Singapore dollars. And if you trade 4.5 billion Singapore dollars in CFD contract value, you can even get 1 Microsoft CFD worth up to 540 Singapore dollars. So start trading US fractional shares on Poem's Mobile Tree app with my exclusive link or scan the QR code right here to get your Poem's account today. Now let's move on to the second part, sign up offers. What do you get if you are new to Standard Chartered Bonus Saver account holder? Currently, the sign up offer with my exclusive link will grant you $30 in cashback and it's valid until 30th of June 2024. So you still have some time and you can sign up for either the Bonus Saver account or the Jumpstart account. So you'll get $30 if you use my referral link. Now whether it is extended after 30th June or not, we don't know. We can only see from 1st July onwards. But specific to the Bonus Saver account welcome promo, this will last until 31st August 2024. And to be super clear, if we just look at clause 3 of these terms and conditions, this promotion is only applicable to new applications for Bonus Saver. In other words, you must not have had a previous Bonus Saver account or Bonus Saver credit card suspended, cancelled or terminated in the last 12 months. So to put it simply, if you hold other Standard Chartered bank accounts or credit cards, but you do not have a Bonus Saver card or account in the past 12 months, you are eligible. So if you are very clean state to Standard Chartered, you go and apply for other things like the credit card first. Then you go and apply for this Bonus Saver account to reap all the gifts. For example, if you apply for the Standard Chartered Smart Card via my SingSaver link, you can get $250 in cashback for spending $250. So that's like 100% cashback. But we move on to the Bonus Saver account offer. What does it say? To put it simply, there are only 3 steps to receive the maximum reward. Firstly, deposit a minimum of 50,000 Singapore dollars fresh funds into the Bonus Saver account. Secondly, maintain a minimum deposit in your Bonus Saver account until the end of the following calendar month. And from my interpretation, it means that if you open the account in June, then you just have to hold this $50,000 until the end of 31st July. Then lastly, credit a minimum of 3,000 Singapore dollars monthly salary into your Bonus Saver account within the first 2 months of account opening. So I will interpret that as if you open your account in June, you have to do a salary credit in June plus a salary credit in July, both $3,000 and above. So once you fulfill these 3 criteria, you will receive the following: 68 Singapore dollars for the sign-up cashback and 100 Singapore dollars for the salary credit cashback, which is a total of $168 of cashback for the Bonus Saver sign-up promo, and also an additional $30 if you use my exclusive link before 30th June. Pretty good, right? $198 already. But that's not all, because there's this brand new promo called Save Up Level Up, which is running from 3rd of June to 31st August 2024. And at the highest tier of this promo, you can earn $500 in cashback and 10 lucky draw chances. Then for the lucky draw, you can win up to $30,000 in cash. But it's all about luck, so I hope one of my followers win it. And here is a step-by-step process. Step 1. Register for the promotion by selecting your committed funding amount and funding month in the form. Step 2. Deposit fresh funds based on the selected committed funding amount within the funding month and maintain fund for 3 consecutive months. So to be clear, for this video, I will just use the highest tier, which is 100,000 Singapore dollars tier for the $500 cashback. And for my track record, I have already received the $500 cashback from the previous Standard Chartered Save Up Level Up promo. So I think I kind of know how it works now. And then there are some other things like additional lucky draw chances if you credit your salary, pay your bill, and then do everything that the Bonus Saver account tells you to do. But I realized that in the terms and conditions, the example is not really clear. So I provide my own interpretation. So assuming you do not hold any Bonus Saver account before 31st of May, then you open your Bonus Saver account before 29th of June, and you fund 100,000 Singapore dollars, maybe add 1,000 more for the buffer. Then you hold this $101,000 through 31st July and 31st August. Don't withdraw until 1st of September. You will be able to receive your cashback by the 30th of September for the first batch. But if you want to be extra safe, you just hold your cash deposit until the end of 30th September when your cashback is credited. So if you look at the total holding period, it could be as short as 64 days because you only funded your account on the 29th of June, so you hold through 31st July and until 31st August, and you withdraw on 1st September. That's a total of 64 days. So to find the effective return, we will take $500 cashback divided by 64 days, multiplied by 365 divided by $100,000, and we will get an effective return of 2.85% per annum. So if you add this 2.85% to the Bonus Saver interest of 2.88%, you'll get a total effective return of 5.73% per annum. But that's on the $500 spending tier, right? So what if you can spend until the $2,000 spending tier? You need to add an additional 0.8%. So 5.73 plus 0.8, that will be a total of 6.53% per annum for the $2,000 spending tier. Therefore, if you look at the total rewards you can get, if you follow all my steps, fulfill the terms and conditions, and hold till the end of the period, you will get the following. Firstly, $30 of cashback if you use my exclusive link and sign up before 30th of June. Secondly, get $168 of cashback if you fulfill the Bonus Saver welcome promo criteria. And lastly, you will get $500 of cashback if you fulfill the Save Up Level Up promo, which runs till 31st August 2024. Then if you add all these things together, $30 plus $168 plus $500, you'll get a total of $698, which is exactly the number you see from this exclusive link. And this is all not even including the bonus saver account interest. This is just a cashback promo only. But I want to add a disclaimer that all this is based on my own understanding of the terms and conditions as an existing user who had participated in the previous Save Up Level Up promotion. So you always have to refer to the bank's terms and conditions, or you just check with their customer service for better clarification. But the most important question is, will this be part of my cash strategy? Because I only just updated my cash strategy like few days ago. So I will take some time to consider and think about it, whether it fits. And if you want to look at what is my current cash strategy to prepare for 3Q 2024, then I can refer you to a previous video right here.